If you are out there, somebody tap something in the chat. Let me know that the chat is working.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon. 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 When it rains, it pours. Water's up to my chin. Won't stop fighting to the very end. Many men try to reach it. Many men have failed. Well, if you wanna get to heaven, you gotta raise a little hell. And I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They say no to sleepless night. Will you find me? Hope you find me. I'll be back home soon. When the sun rises, when the sun We're trying to catch me howling at the moon. Trying to catch me howling at the
Coco, you can always come up. Testing. What? Y'all can hear me. Okay, y'all can hear me. What's up, y'all? So, as you see, this is definitely not the Hoodoo and Haints podcast, and I'm in the living room. I'm in the living room. Excuse me. Because I don't know what type of storm system done rolled through here. It was crazy. It was like Old Testament. I have lost power no less than like 10, 12 times. Seriously. Now, excuse me, every time it came right back on. Like right back on. But it's just annoying. And then I don't you ever been ticked off with the weather? Cause it rained real heavy for a little while, and then it was just thunder and lightning. That's it. No rain, just thunder and lightning, just nonstop. Got on my, I mean, got on my nerves. But anyway, so I said, I told Coco, hey Coco, see you in the chat. I said, listen, I don't think I'll actually be able to podcast. Let me see if I can turn the volume up. I said, I don't think I'll actually be able to because who knows when I'll be able to, like, I hate for us to get into a discussion and then I lose power. And then I come back. And then, because that's what it was doing for like the longest, power on, power off, power on, power off. It was ridiculous. So I was like, you know, we'll put a pin in it this go round. But I feel like we had a good show lined up. Like we were going to talk about what were we going to talk about? Dadgum Lake Lanier, and y'all hear Wreck It Ralph and Demolition Woman in the background being so annoying. Oh, that's look. I got so much weird stuff going on here. Hold on, let me see here. Cause I haven't streamed from here in a while. So let me see here. I can actually delete that. See, the more stuff I delete, it'll like actually wait. There we go. Like that. That we can leave on there, right? We leave that on there. Oh no, I deleted the other one. Oh, that sucks. I don't know. We'll make it work. And here's Wreck It Ralph. Here, boy. Here, here. Well, good. Oh, go. Golly. Well, Adrian, if look. Oh, well, here. Well, if you can't see, you shouldn't be in the podcast now. I mean, well, this is definitely not the podcast. I mean, I'm glad you pulled over. Everybody, if you are in the path of this thing, please, please, please be safe. Please. If you are in the path of this thing, please be safe. All right, hold on, y'all. Sometimes you just got to flex the little kid, make him run off. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so what's been going on with you guys? I see a lot of you are in the path of like bad weather, everything. Y'all be safe. Be safe. If they tell you to get up out of here, go. Don't think about it. Don't try to be tough or whatever. If you have the means and they say leave, leave. See, it's thundering now, so who knows? I might lose power again. And it's that kind of power loss where it's like I have a whole house generator now. That all I have to go is go out and crank it up. But it's one of those situations where it's like, is it gonna come back on in like 5 minutes like it did before? Or should I actually go and turn the generator on? Because it's a whole process. But anyway, y'all want to do like an old school Q&A? We can do that. Servani, I honestly like every live. I think we're gonna wait. You need to book a private session, Servani. You need to book a private session. Solani Hoodoo said I was listening to a radio show earlier, and they said since that. Uh, oh, stop! Goodness. Yeesh. I mean, let's be to be fair. Was FEMA that great before? Do we need to roll back to Katrina's time? Like where is Micah? Micah, where are you? Let's not act like FEMA has this awesome track record of being amazing. Let's not do that. Nini, I'm so happy you're here too. I am. I'm glad you're here. Right, Haley. Help here. Listen, railroad spikes, check. And make sure you have them up under the seat if you're going to be out driving in this craziness because it is wild out there. Right, Sherry. What's up, Kenny? I see you. Oh my gosh. Listen, anybody been follow listen, I'm not soliciting anyone to go and check out my TikTok because I don't even know if I have the strength for it. Speaking of which, let's let them in here. Only only because I know Eternal Supernova Sherry wants them to be in here. I know that Sherry wants them in here. And I'm like, Sherry, since you came down here, you know, if you want it, doggone it, we gonna make it so. We gonna make it so. Okay, so we'll see. Ooh, it's lightning now. I mean, it's lightning right now as we speak. Look, some Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm on the purple app too with the purple snakes, as the doc calls them, the purple snakes over there too. Look, Sherry's like, that's a sign they need to stay where they are. Listen, they are our friends, Sherry. They are our friends. Gosh. I mean, I know what I've got to do in order to bring them into the actual chat. But I mean, we're streaming live over there right now. Alexis the Great says make more AI videos. Well, you didn't say please, and you didn't put it in the form of a question. Listen, Black Cat's like, look, let the TikTok baddies on over here. So if y'all don't know, my dear friend Black Cat, right, it's a red blooded young chap. Okay, red blooded young chap, and we were I don't know what we were talking about, but somehow the topic of TikTok baddies entered the conversation. Obviously through him, because I'm an old man. But he's like, yeah, I've noticed some of the spiritual women on TikTok, they be bad though. I'm like, right. Do they say anything spiritual? He was like, I'm like, yeah, you don't know, cause you too busy looking at the thirst trap. Right, Terry. He's a young chap, just making a way in the world. Here, let's try something. I know it needs to happen. See, first we gotta deactivate TikTok, and then add them back. That's easy. You deactivate TikTok, then you add them back. Activate, and I'm pretty sure. So somebody over on TikTok like they do be fine. Lord have mercy. Y'all, you see what y'all done started? Let's see what y'all done started. I'm at the point now where all I see is like waist beads. I'm like, oh god, wait. All I see is waist beads and glitter. That's literally all I see. Got to scan the QR code. There we go. Like, is that? I mean, is that? I mean, that's what I see. Waste speeds and glitter. Like I say, glitter everywhere. Oh my. Oh my. There. I think we got them. I think we have them. Sherry, don't worry. I think TikTok is here. Don't worry, Sherry. They're here. I know you were concerned. They're in here now. Look, you see them up there? There they go. They're in here. Tears. All right, y'all. Listen, let's do it. Hey, while I have power, Leslie, what's going on? So listen, since we done let TikTok in here, yo, why do they have a like list of spirituals going on like the hex? Like we're gonna hex these folks, and it's all ATR people. It's all ATR folks, but it's just so strange. Like I, who has that type of time? Just why? Jasmine Jacobs says, I'm new here from Birmingham, Alabama. Welcome from the ham. Welcome from the ham. But seriously, like, who has that type of time? These folks, like, they have a list that they are circulating. Like, we don't like this spiritualist, and we don't like this one. And apparently, it's like a shopping list. Like, this one you can hex with onions. This one we're gonna hex with garlic. Like, it sounds like a tasty soup that they're making. It sounds like a tasty soup. And I'm like, I remember being in elementary school or middle school, and it was like, okay, like you would like rate the women. Well, in middle school it was like the girls. You rate the girls. Like, yeah, she got a A face, but like a B body or something. Like, why? What are they doing? Like, what are they doing? Hey, President said they running out of content ideas. Right, right. I mean, to be fair, you can only wear some waist beads and sprinkle glitter everywhere and set everything on fire so many times before it's like, eh. Now, warn everybody now, okay? Warn everyone now. If the stream just freezes or glitches out, that's because I lost power because of the storm. The neon cicada says they're muddying the waters to make themselves seem deep. Oh, well, I can see that. I can see that. Because I always say if they can't dazzle you with brilliance, they'll try to baffle you with their bull crap, and that's what happens a lot of time when people can't explain the why, and all they have to offer is the how. Because Chat GPT can tell you how to do some work. Now it may not be authentic, but I mean, given enough mustard seed, you can make it work, right? Chat GPT can tell you the how, but can't always explain the why, and that's where a teacher is. Teacher can explain why we do something, not just how. But Black Cat, all they doing is shaking double D's at you and telling you how, and waving incense sticks. Hey, but it worked though. They be having like 100,000 followers and stuff. It be working. Uh, Look, this is the same shirt from earlier that wants to expose the taco meat. It's getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves. Look, Lex said, "Hey, Prof, what was the protection spell with the two mirrors and the twine? Just go back. It's you on TikTok. It's not that many videos. Just go back. Just go back. Now I can understand if it was like I can understand if it was like YouTube. I've got a decade worth of videos on my YouTube, a decade worth. But TikTok." You only got a few months. I ain't been there that long. Just scroll back, Lex. And the funny part is, I don't be knowing. What's up, Brock? My man, Brock. The funny thing is, oh, y'all know what I do? This is so terrible, but I'm gonna admit to it in front of y'all because, okay, so, so my personal pet peeve used to be like because I would post like maybe a 20-minute video, but maybe only like 7 minutes would be me actually giving a working out. Okay. Um, Sometimes people would put a timestamp in there. And I thought that they, in my mind, what they were saying is, y'all, you don't have to listen to him talk. Just hit this and go straight to the spell. But it turns out that some people were like saving, that was how they were saving them by searching their comments and the stuff that they commented on and stuff like that. Y'all, Sugar Shane, thank you. Sugar Shane don't be around all the time, but when she come around, bow, appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So look, y'all, I've been going through and deleting people's timestamps. Like if I see a timestamp, I delete it. And then it wasn't until later that I found out that they're like, no, that's people helping themselves to like find the video again. And I'm like, oh no. You know what I mean? Them things I done deleted. You know what I mean? Things I done delete. I'm like, yeah, do the work. Yeah, do the work. Isn't that terrible? I didn't know that's what it was for. My bad. My bad. I didn't know that's what y'all would do. I didn't know that's what y'all were doing it for. I thought y'all were like telling people don't listen to the rest of it. The rest of the video is him running his mouth. That's what you want right there. I didn't know that that was like helping y'all to go back and find the video. So my bad. Hey, charge it to my head and not to my heart. I'm for real. Y'all been going through like just deleting, just nope, nope. Lexi, what's up, Lexi? Lexi, one of my favorite people in the whole world. We don't get to see her as much as we used to. Them kids tearing her tail up. Thank you so much, B Rock. I appreciate it, Brock. Thank you so much. Look, Lex, look. So Lex says when I'm looking for a video, I don't care about your life story. Well, Lex, if I delete one of your timestamps, then right now I'm gonna click the mouse extra hard, like mm. Tamara, thank you so much for the heart music. I appreciate it. Yeah, Brock, that's Coco. She done changed up the game on us. She done changed the game up on us. All right, so somebody did post a question. I missed it. So look, all I saw was leader. All I saw was leader. Is the two mirrors and the eyebright herb in between hoodoo to expose someone? No, there's literally no exposing someone workings in traditional hoodoo. That's just something you know. Internet introverts who have make believe enemies now. It's like, Prophet, is there a working to make someone? see themselves the way they really are because they hurt me so much. No, ain't one. It ain't one. I promise it ain't one. Have y'all seen people ask for workings for stuff like that? Probably. Is there a working to make someone see their wrong in things? Like, no, Tink. PLP final boss. How to book a reading? It says unavailable in the link because I'm here. So I'm not available for a reading because I'm here. Because I'm here. That's why it says unavailable. Because I hello. Yeah, I'll do a reading right now. That's why. That's why. When I'm off, it'll pop back on. I promise. Just Jen 1908 says, can a working wear off? Absolutely, it can. Absolutely. Generally, a working will wear off when you no longer care about it. Right. So it's kind of like a fine line because if you care too much, then you will do too much and you feed too much emotional energy into it, and you often will undo your own working because you looking at it too much. But like if you were to hex someone and then you move on with your life, chances are that hex will wear off. I remember, y'all. Lexi sent me a voice memo, and she was like mid sentence, and I guess the children were acting up or doing something, right? And she's like, "Yeah, boss. So what do you want, child from hell?" Okay, boss. So as I was saying, I'm like, she didn't even miss a beat. I'm like, how do you go from child from hell to what was I saying? Didn't even miss a beat. That right there is like old school mama right there. Cause my mom will be on the phone with her friends. Yeah, girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now what were you saying? That's an old school mom right there. Lex, I appreciate you watching my videos all the way through. Thank you so much. I think, how long do we have until the next webinar? We've got, oh, next webinar is in 13 days. How long? I think I gave y'all a full 4 weeks in between webinars, right? Thank you for subscribing, Lex. I appreciate you. Look at Lex over there as a sub. So the early bird special is going to be gone by the morning, guys. No pressure. No pressure. I'm just saying it's going to be gone by the morning. Pagan Prince 55 says, question, what do you know about breaking plates? What about breaking when in a relationship or moving a person from your home? Well, to remove someone from the home, there's a few things you can do. Now, y'all have heard me say the whole broom thing. I'm actually going to do a video on that and demonstrate what that is about. But when they leave out, because generally people who you want to leave your house, they leave at some point. They just come back. That's the problem. They go to the store, come back. They go to work, they come back, and the whole time you like, well, when they go, you wait for them to go, and then you take a broom, my old dusty flip flop, right? And you stand that broom up, and then when they walk out, you let it fall in the direction of the door as they go out. Do it 3 times. And you can also take the bottom of their shoe and take you some red pepper and draw 3 X's on the bottom of that shoe. And speaking of their shoe, okay, this is what you need to start doing. Now, because I don't know if you make people take their shoes off in your house, get into the habit of it. Even if you don't care, I don't care. When the ladies came to visit yesterday down at Hoodoo Central, they're like, "Hey, you want us to take our shoes?" I'm like, "No, I never been one of them weirdos." Well, not saying it's weird because I understand some people, I absolutely right. Okay. If that's you, no problem. I never like my floor. The floors are meant for walking, and some of y'all, I don't want to see y'all's feet, so keep your shoes on. But the reason I say get into the habit of asking people to take their shoes off, because then they'll leave them by the door, and shoes left at the door, you want them heel to the wall for people you want to stay, toes to the wall for people you want to leave, and that has never steered me wrong. So do them three things, pagan prince. They'll be about your crib. I promise. Lex, thank you for the roses and the gift. I appreciate it. Y'all, listen, Sherry is a Amazon. She came down here and she was like, I told y'all I'm tall. I'm 5'9" or something. She said, yo, I was like, Terry, Sherry, good God, hey, do me a favor. Man, hey, pull the grate off that vent for me. Why are you up there? Like, why are you up there? She literally just on her feet. I'm like, why are you up there? Sherry's picturesque, model-esque. Came down and we all had a good time. The little group that came down. I appreciate y'all. We've definitely got to do it again. Got to do it again. But I know I missed some questions. Y'all do me a favor, type them again. Help the old man out. Now the storm is subsiding, so hopefully me and the boys can hop back on the game. Hopefully. Let me try to give these kids some more food. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. The king is here. I'm back. Oh, Pagan Prince, thank you so much for the cash app. I appreciate you. Yes, Sherry. I mean, not Sherry. Lexi. I messaged you on Discord. I said, Lexi, guess who's down here? Yep. Oh, Sherry came down. Sherry and Naomi. A couple of others. I'm only mentioning the ones who said it's okay to mention they came down. But yeah, we had a good time. We went to a few cemeteries. Went to a few cemeteries. Went to a dirt crossroads. Sherry collected her some dirt and was like, I don't want to take too much. I'm like, Sherry, trust me, we have plenty of dirt. I'm like, hey, Sherry's gonna be all right. You can take and listen, you take as much dirt as you want. Go lay down. Goodness. Yep. And then they actually help work. They'll do some work. Alphabetize the roots and herbs because I kind of had a system. So y'all, listen, y'all know I don't mind telling them myself. It is what it is. So y'all, my roots and herbs were in two places, right? They're in two places. I have roots and herbs here, roots and herbs there. And so I had always wanted to alphabetize them, but it was just a pain. And so what I did was over here was alphabetized and over there was alphabetized. What I wanted them to do was to be one consistent flow from one spot to the next. So the A's be here and the Z's over there. But instead it was like alphabetized on this spot, alphabetized on that wall. Sherry did the whole thing for me. Thank you so much. Like that was a big help. Lexi, will Charlie feedings become a service? Maybe not Charlie, but somebody else. I do have other Slytherins. Have other Slytherins. Shay Hendry says, question, just bought some King Solomon oil and High John root from your shop. May I ask if you have any suggestions on how I can use these two tools as a beginner hoodoo? Do you always speak so formally, Shay? For one. Two, thank you for your purchases. I do absolutely thank you for that. And three, now, if you didn't know how to use them, what you buy them for? That's my third. I'm not fussing. I know, look, the sheriff's like, those some big snakes. Look, I'm like, Shay, I know you don't walk around. Like, hello, my name is Shay. Because, I mean, your name's Shay. I ain't never met a Shay that was formal. Candace Customs, what's going on? I see you over there. Look, y'all just be buying stuff. And then after you done bought stuff, be like, now how I use this? Goodness. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Anybody want a toddler? Anybody want a toddler? Please. Look, Black Cat said every Shay I met loved to fight. God almighty. Oh my goodness. Okay, but John the Conqueror root is good to carry around for general good luck, and also when you need a bit of slyness. Okay. Now King Solomon oil. Well, King Solomon oil is good to use kind of like you use Solomon seal root. Like you can use Solomon oil to anoint like the back of your head before a test because Solomon was the wisest man in the Bible. So it helps for studying. Also helps to uncover knowledge and to retain knowledge as well. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, those two things are probably not the best for a mojo bag together. Like that. That's a bad combination. You know, that's like eating, like spaghetti and mashed potatoes. You know what I mean? Like, not the best combination. Whiskey for breakfast says, not gonna lie, I just be buying stuff sometimes too. Hey, sometimes the description sounds so inviting. I mean, if that's what you want to do. I've never gone into a grocery store and been like, you know what? I'm I'm just gonna buy some gnocchi or gnocchi, whatever that is. Huh? I figure out what it is when I get home. Micah, what's going on, Micah? Thank you for being a channel member, Micah. I was just asking for you earlier, Micah. I was like, listen, because somebody was like, because I was complaining about the storms and the power and everything, and I think it was Solani Hoodoo was like, well, FEMA says that ever since the bad bodied man cut their funding, that they aren't able to respond properly. I'm like, FEMA don't have a good track record for responding, period. Like let's ask Micah about FEMA's response in New Orleans. Kanan mother says, "OMG, not going in NGL equals not gonna lie." Right, right. I'm still trying to learn their lingo. Correction. She didn't say FEMA said. She said that the radio said that FEMA said. Big difference. Big difference. I know, Micah. I've been missing you. Like I'm like, where's Micah been? Hey, we gotta start back going into the VC lounge so we can hear that New Orleans accent. Little Black Cat said that sounds fire to me. Apparently y'all all like playing Iron Chef. Y'all just like going into the grocery store and just buying stuff and get home and be like, what can I do? What can I do? What kind of meal can I make with this? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What is this big fascination here with Mojo I know what it is. Sinners. Y'all saw Sinners, now everybody want a Mojo bag. That's what it is, ain't it? Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Y'all saw Sinners. Now, there's listen. Before that movie, wasn't nobody come here asking about no Mojo bags, were they? Y'all saw Sinners. Now everybody wants a Mojo bag. Ain't that the truth? Tell the truth. It's okay. And shame the devil. Aleguacita, what's going on? Benedicciones. Y'all saw y'all saw Sinners. Now everybody want a dadgum Mojo bag. Well, hey, boy, do I you are in luck, my friend. You are in luck because I have added Mojo bags back to the site. They weren't down. Um, well, I took them down for a while because I make them all by hand to order, and so I took them down because it was busy, and I was like, I'm way too busy to have to stop and make a Mojo bag. So I was like, okay, cool. So cool. I put them back up there. And so, but when you place an order for a Mojo bag, you have got, and I repeat, you have got to specify whether you want one for money, love, or luck. Now, I guarantee these Mojo bags for money, love, and luck. And for protection, I do not guarantee them against vampires. Okay? But the best I can do for you is this. If you purchase a Mojo bag from me and you do not survive a vampire attack, I will refund the cost of your Mojo bag to your next of kin. Okay? So I repeat, if you purchase a Mojo bag from King Lou's Hoodoo Shop and do not survive a vampire attack, I will absolutely refund that with a card saying, I am sorry that you didn't survive that vampire attack to your next of kin. Okay? King Lou's Hoodoo Shop is not responsible if next of kin is not made necessary before said vampire attack. Is not made known before said vampire attack. This clause is rendered null and void if it is found that the vampire attack was not the direct result of the unaliving. If you are fleeing from the vampire and you run into a tree, we are not held liable. Only if the vampire itself is responsible for the unaliving, and if it's later found that it was not a vampire but a crackhead, you do not get. Look, they like that wasn't no vampire. You was in the bluff. That wasn't no vampire. We will be running a toxicology screen because we find out that you did not indeed run from a vampire. You were just smoking with Black Cat and, and ran into some bushes. Hey, my bad. We ain't paying out. You just thought it was a vampire and ran into a bus. No. Candace Custom says, nah, because how you come up with that fast? I'm quick with it. I've always been very quick with it. I have always been that way. Omnivision says, I just joined and I'm so confused. I've been here the whole time and I am also confused. But no, in all seriousness, I make my Mojo bags the old fashioned way. I tried the little bags, the little bags um, that already have the string. But now I think I'm gonna go back to I used to just cut the square of flannel. I use real flannel, cut the square of flannel, pack them, seal them up. We should probably do a webinar on that. But speaking of webinars, in 13 days on the 23rd, webinar on hoodoo enemy spells and protection from enemies. Hoodoo enemy spells and protection from enemies. And maybe I'll do a mojo bag for August. Yeah, August. I was sitting here like having to think about what comes next. Look, Brock says, in fact, if you try to make a bogus warranty claim, you will be visited by more crack. Exactly. If you try to make a bogus warranty claim, then we will hex you to be visited by more crackheads. What's up, Jojo? I see you over there. Thank you for being a subscriber. Listen, y'all. So I was about to say you'd be visited by crackheads and monitoring spirits, and that of course made me think of something else. So, y'all, why did this lady do a video? So y'all know I don't believe in monitoring spirits, right? Y'all know if I find out that they are in fact real, I'll be surprised. I do not believe in monitoring spirits at all. So this prominent, and I showed y'all this I think I posted it, right? This prominent Christian group run by a very high profile pastor was like in their Discord. Like, how do you know if it was in their Discord? The prophet has eyes. I literally have eyes everywhere. Y'all have no idea. And note to self that I made earlier, I am having some T-shirts made that says this is not a cult. But I literally I have eyes everywhere. And so they was like, Prophet, listen, y'all are always DMing me y'all's foolishness. And then the people be mad at me for it, trying to hex me with an onion. And I'm like, they sending it to me. But I mean, go ahead, onion away. Hmm. LJ, thank you so much for the super chat. LJ says, how much is the Money Mojo bag and how do I use it? It's all on my site. It is all on my site. General Mojo bags like 50. I like $50. Oh, here we go. It said Mohobug. Right. I mean, if y'all want to waste onions, waste onions. Y'all already wasting cinnamon. Speaking of which, if you go to my site now, we are running a special on cinnamon sticks. I think it's like you get two for like $4. Just burn it away. There you go. Like, ever since TikTok spirituality, apple pies ain't tasted as good as they used to, cause y'all burning all the cinnamon up. So Attraction Queen Nini says, wouldn't that make you a monitoring spirit if you have eyes every? Oh my gosh, I never knew. I, I never knew. This whole time, it makes sense. It makes sense. Oh, man, you think you know somebody, you think you know yourself. That was a vicious plot twist right there. Like this whole time, I am the monitoring spirit. Gosh, well, damn. I thought my feelings couldn't be hurt, but sheesh. Oh wait a minute, Sherry, did she eat? I, I, I guess. I'm a monitor. I'm a monitoring spirit. But no, so in the group they're like, y'all be careful. Okay, make sure you pray over your homes because ants and flies are a form of monitoring spirit and they'll enter your home. And I'm like, I'm live in the middle of the woods. There and the people who came down here will tell you there's swamp over here and there's field over here. I live in the middle of the woods. There's always ants and spiders and little things crawling through here. Always. Flies, but I never thought to be like, oh, somebody's trying to see in here by looking through the eye of this. So this other lady made a video. LJ, thank you for the super chat. LJ says, "Is the eye bright herb hoodoo or new age?" We use it, just not that much, and definitely. So it's both. Eye bright is both, but we don't use it to like expose someone. That's like a online spirituality thing, you know. Actually, as the name implies, eye bright is like a herb used to like help with eyesight. But anyway, back to this lady. This lady said that if she ever finds a fly in her house, she doesn't let it out. She traps it. Says she traps the fly because someone sent it as a monitoring spirit. So she does not want it to get back out to relay the information that it saw. So she keeps the fly and traps it until it goes to the upper room with little fly Jesus. And then that's how she keeps from being monitored. Baby, protocol does she talk smack to it? Listen, hey, oh man, I swear you can't make this stuff up. You can't. Look, Katie mother says them little MFs never want to leave anyway. I have never like let a fly out. Like go on, little fly. Stephen will say hello from Toledo, Ohio. What's up, Steve? How's it going, brother? Like I've always just swatted them and gone about my business. I've never just let me just let them out here. Literally never. Whiskey for breakfast says I bought some clothes to make tea, but the tea is. Listen, yeah, I believe it. Cloves smell good, but I mean, all they do is make like the skin of ham taste like black licorice. But you can boil that tea and add it to the allspice and do that working and give somebody a really bad day. And yes, Lex, I'm sorry, Lex, you asked earlier if you could add more than one person to allspice. No, give one person per glass. Look, don't let's not be cheap. One person per glass. But yeah, I mean, people are weird. And some there's one guy today on TikTok. It was like as a level 13 life path prophet, let me tell you something, Bucko. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, pump your brakes, Merlin. I don't want that kind of smoke. MWB, thank you so much for the super chat. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm Gen X, and I'm from Southwest Atlanta. Let me tell you, I would feel so bad about myself if I was scared because someone tried to flex their life path number. If that frightened me, I would feel bad about myself. Do you understand? I grew up in the time of Big Meech and Techwood Homes, the missing and unalived children of Atlanta. So if someone were to tell me I'm a level 9 life path and I felt nervous, I would feel bad about myself. Do y'all know I have had dreams where like somebody got in my face and in the dream I ran away and I woke up disappointed in myself because I did that in a dream. You know how lame I would feel if somebody was like, I'm a level 9 life path and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want no smoke. Oh man, whiskey, my bad. Let me take you off of there. Right, Herndon Homes, Techwood Homes, Bowen Homes, Allen Temple. Like if that was the type of something that frightened me, I would be so disappointed in me. No lie, as the broken army, I have so much love for y'all that if one of y'all were like, "Prophet, this guy said he's a level 3 life path," and we're nervous, I feel so disappointed in y'all. I'd be like, punch him in the face. Like, what's gonna happen? Like a bunch of nines gonna jump out and like block the punch? Like, oh my god, I can't get past the nines. I can't get past the nines. Hey, you got them nines. I got 5 and 5. Oh, God Almighty. I don't know when did spirituality stop being cool? Like we look, Sweet T Wilson said Simpson Road, Bankhead, and Allen Temple. That was saying back before it was Allen Hills. We talking about the temp. I don't know. It's like, oh man, like oh, gross. All right, y'all. I need to go change Wreck Your Route. Y'all want me to fire the stream back up, or just put y'all on hold right quick? Which one y'all want? I'm so disappointed in him. Did on huh? Gross. All right. I'm gonna change him as quick as possible. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back. I wish I need to have some hold music. I need to have some hold music. I'm back though. We back. But yeah, that was mine. That was my day. So it started. I didn't even know that this is a true story. That actually happened. Actually happened. And I'm like, well, dang, you know, or and that's why I was like, you have all these fancy spiritual certifications. All I have is John the Conqueror root and Mfumbe. That's not fair. LJ, thank you again for the for the super chat. And you said last thing, do I need to talk to my ancestors for any of my workings to work because they were all Christian? Hey LJ, guess what? Hoodoo is a form of Africanized Christianity. No one wants to say that, right? Because the books all said that it's a tradition. But hoodoo and the Bible go like hand in hand. So yeah, yeah, they can hear you. They can hear you. I know people hate when I say that, but it's the truth. When you and listen, y'all listen to this. So Methodist, Episcopal, all of them Christian, but they worship different, but they all still under the Christian umbrella, right? Same thing. Who's the same thing? So yes, they can hear you. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. I'm just yawning all in y'all's face. My bad. Wait, somebody had a clove craving? How do y'all how do you crave cloves? Any hoodoo holidays? No. Although if you go over to like say Louisiana, where they're more Catholic and more of the like the Marie Laveau influence, they will celebrate like St. John's Day. And Marie Laveau used to actually do like a whole ceremony ritual in Lake Pontchartrain on St. John's Day. But as far as like any hoodoo, no, not really. Easter, Good Friday. But yeah, so somebody messaged me and was like, Prophet, this guy's talking about you. And I'm like, I don't care. I've never really cared. Like I have been in the public eye for a decade. Like I don't care. Right. But then I thought, and for a split second, I disappointed myself. And I tell you why I disappointed myself. Because for a split second, I was like, you know what I should do? I should like hold my phone up like this. And then it'll be me sleeping. This is me planning a video in my head. I'm like, it'll be like a picture of me sleeping. And then the caption will say, how I sleep when people dislike me. And it's gonna show me sleeping soundly. And I said, do you know how slow I look to like wake up from a sleep to pretend to be sleep on camera? How slow that is. That's about as slow as using real money to buy fake money to burn. I'm like, this internet stuff is not about to get into my brain meats that will have me waking up from sleep to film myself pretending to sleep to make a video about sleeping. I said, I ain't about to do all this. I I'm not about to do all this. Mm-mm. Sure not. That's look, somebody in my old ancestor money video, Look, somebody put it perfect. Somebody said, "You mean to tell me they're using real money to buy fake money to burn?" I said, "That's amazing. You put it perfectly. You put it perfectly. Yes, people are out here using real money to buy fake money to burn. You put it perfectly. I couldn't put it any better myself." But anyway, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. Hey, we've been on like what, an hour and 12 minutes. Hey, we did good. We did good. Thank y'all for the super chats, man. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Thank you for the super chats. Thank y'all for the gifts over on TikTok. Listen, Kick, y'all know y'all are my current live stream at home. Yeah, the storm has not there's not been any thunder. So I may try to hop on the game right quick. I may try to hop on the game right quick. The Black Cat said they get finessed, straight up finessed, straight up. Like, come on, you over there using real money to buy fake money to burn. Make it make sense. But I'm proud of myself that even in my sleep haziness, I'm like, I know I ain't about to get out this bed to grab my phone to get the perfect shot of me pretending to be asleep when I could just sleep. And so that's why I made that video today, because I mean, it wasn't about like my situation. That was over and done with. But I like to use real life situations as teachable moments, right? Family. The internet is for our enjoyment. If at any point it is causing you stress, then you have the ultimate power. I don't care whether it is Kick, whether it is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok. If you don't know these people in real life, just blocking them deletes them from your existence, and then go on. Now, sometimes people will say and do things that are so egregious that it's going to pop back into your head later on. But listen, you can banish them from your head every time, and each time they will stay gone longer and longer and longer until you look up and go, I haven't even thought about that weirdo in forever. Okay? Now, of course, there's nothing you can do if somebody wants to make a fake page just to watch you, but that is their problem. They're the cuckoo. If you can still watch somebody after they blocked you, then you have a problem. You have a problem. That is you. So going about your business, out of sight, out of mind, you're going to be fine. So that's why, listen, don't worry about how can you hex somebody at a job last year. Worry about having something in your life so positive and fun and uplifting that what happened last year at a job can't bother you anymore. Okay? And I don't even worry about how many people like I don't I don't have imaginary apartments in people's heads. I don't care to. I am so involved in the right now, right here. Living it. I am in this present moment with all of you. That's what I'm saying. Like that is the moment. Wreck It Ralph, Demolition, that is the moment. Not somebody far away who maybe hurt your feelings last year and you're still dwelling on it. Don't listen. You can't keep tripping over stuff that's behind you, because you're gonna miss your turn of what's ahead of you. You're gonna miss your turn. Don't miss your turn. Y'all have so much greatness ahead of you. So much. And I see it. There's so many of you that I do interact with on a daily basis. There are so many of you that I would love to interact with. But I know that there is greatness out there. Greatness. And it's just like, listen, in Hoodoo, we know that life is just one long road from the cradle to the grave, right? One long road. That's why we do road openings to clear those blockages, right? Do not miss your turn on your road because you looking behind you. You so focused on the rear view that you about to crash, and then you end up going, why do I have these blockages? Because you so busy focusing on people who don't. That's why so many people are lonely now because they're focused on putting all their energy on people who could care less about them, that they don't focus on the ones who show up for them every day. You got people who show up for you every day, but you are so focused on the one who didn't call you back. That's why I don't be worried about these folks. I'm like, man, hey, y'all have no idea. The broken army love them, so me, I love them back. You know, yeah, you know, I love them back. So y'all, listen, y'all have a good one. Right, let it ride, Clyde. Shoot, and look, make memories. Have some awesome experiences out there. Let's go. Look, do y'all know how many laughs I had yesterday that I wouldn't have had if I was focused on somebody not liking me? I'd be out here buying roosters and doing this, that, and the third, and I would have missed doggone Sherry's face when she saw Charlie, like, or Naomi's face when that ghost in the cemetery came through my spirit box and went, "Ruh, ruh, 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 ruh." And she was like, "What'd he say?" And I was like, Naomi, where you going?" But she was heading towards that gate. Experiences, because at the end of the day, family, at the end of the day, right? People who are not for you will never believe any excuse you give them. Whereas the people who are for you didn't need any in the first place. Man, find your tribe. Y'all have a good one. I'm out of here.